Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing City Management Simulation Townsmen. This game originally came out on mobile devices, but now it's been ported to the PC. Game includes a number of scenarios, the number's 18, which have very specific objectives that you must follow and provide for. Usually it's producing a certain amount of resources. Each of them are actually pretty long. There's some more military-focused ones as well, so pretty good amount of content there. There's also some sandbox levels. You get 16 of those. While there's no random maps in the game, you do get a pretty open-ended sandbox level, so that's what I'm going to choose as one of these to kind of go for. Try the coast one here. And we'll get going. So I'm just going to leave my town name as Coast. Gives you a couple of starting resources here. It gives you a forester's hut to collect logs. You get a couple townhouses for your basic population there. And a fisherman's hut for food. And then that's it. That's all they give you to begin with on this particular map. So, let's start going. So use a little build icon down here. First thing I want to do is build a new townhouse. Now, when you buy things or purchase buildings, you can either build them using resources or build them using prestige, which you get from completing missions. Because I don't want to necessarily use my only 5 prestige on that, although usually it's reserved for townhouses anyway. Although actually the first one I think we'll actually do. Mainly because I don't have enough wood yet to actually build it. Now what you can do, you can kind of see the vestiges of the mobile interface here when you go to mouse around the edge of the screen and it kind of places the object near the middle. Now one good thing is you can actually pick up and move it yourself, which is nice. So I'm glad that they put that into the interface. The interface is actually above average for a mobile port. They have, resized the icons to make it more suitable for a desktop. Has higher resolution in the game. But the only thing that it does not have that I wish it did is there's no tooltips. So you have to really rely on these little icons over here to figure out what these buildings are. And that's really almost an unforgivable offense here on the PC, is not having any tooltips in a management game such as this. As you'll play any of the sandbox or the other scenarios, you'll get these little quests. This is kind of the overarching quest for this kind of sandbox type mission, is donating stuff. It'll give you some prestige for donating gold and bread. So usually when I place a new building, I always want to place a house with it so I get more workers, because each construction zone you build actually requires workers in there. I'm going to actually build another forester hut. And I'm going to put it near this forest. So one of my free workers is now designated to do that. I'm actually going to take my other free worker and put them on carrying stuff around duty. And then I'll have my third worker go build another house. So we'll have to build that using actual resources now. So let's put it right there. See, it's kind of grid-based without giving you the actual grid to work with. Now, one of the bad parts about the interface are roads. Road construction is really wonky. What you do is you actually just drag the 2 endpoints and then build it like that. It's really weird how they do that. Now there it's instantaneous. It just costs money. He's kind of mad about something. So, a lot of this game is honestly just waiting around for resources to get collected. This guy has 4 wood left. This is going to need 12. It needs the gold, which they'll funnel over really quick. And this needs gold too, which they'll grab from the treasury over there. You can see him carrying it right there. So, some waiting around now. That bumps my population back up. Getting some more quests in. Tributes and stuff for various people. Just a way of accumulating the prestige here that basically insta-builds structures. You get more prestige for completing the quests and the more scripted scenarios that are available in the game. Alright, so I got 2 of these guys up. Next thing I want to build is the sawmill, which will turn these wooden planks into, or the raw wood into planks. And of course it's all like colliding over here. I think I'm just going to build it there though. So that'll take a little bit of time to go. While we're doing that, water supplies. I do need a well, don't I? Let's see here. This is when finding stuff would be useful. Again, tooltips. You have to click on each thing and remember what it is. It's so crazy. I don't need fire tower yet. So close. Why can I not? Oh, there it is. Gosh, could not find it to save my life. There we go. Another one of the vestiges of its mobile roots is having to click on the coins in order to collect taxes every month. Kind of dumb, but it is what it is. So speaking of resources, you have a resource stock. You can increase this by building warehouses. Basically just stores everything. And I am going to run out of water without that well there. Forgot that this town doesn't have a well in it. So, you know, lots of different resources you can collect and produce in here. Some fairly sophisticated production trees inside the game. When you click on one of these, like this armory, it tells you it requires the smelter. The smelter requires a mine and a sawmill. The mine I could build right now, but I don't really need to yet. There's a mine area I could build down there if I wanted to, which I actually will need to do shortly. Yeah, he needs stone, which I need to get from my mine, which I can't build yet. Alright, so I do need another house. So many houses. Let's try to put it over here. And then I do need to put a mine down there, which needs the stuff from the sawmill, which needs more wood. So again, a lot of just waiting for construction to occur. Now this thing, when the guy goes, I'm going to put him on that stuff, basically. And that's most of the game, is just kind of, you know, producing goods that are all listed over here, the various ways that they do it. Pigs, you know, needed for sausages, and you know, it's basically dual step stuff. Clothes come from fabrics, which come from, you know, other stuff. So let me see. When you build a marketplace, you can trade, which is actually a good way of earning a lot of cash income, which you'll need for a lot of your larger structures. That'll be another thing I'll want to do. And then you also have to worry about your military. There'll be bandits on the map. So what you'll need to do is build barracks, and then put guard towers near in range of the barracks, and then that will kind of fend them off. And now I need more people. Trying to build it. He's mad about something. Another quest. Yeah, so now I got 3. Go build that. You can see a lot of these little icons that'll come up here, which are actually generally pretty useful in figuring out that you need resources. This needs 10 of that, of which I have none, which I'm going to have to get from the mine here when that gets finished. In addition to that, there's also research, which honestly I haven't really done much of. Increase your warehouse capability, unlock more powerful versions of the same structures, increase your tax income. And these carry across from mission to mission and from sandbox to sandbox. And it all requires money and resources to do it, or prestige. So really it's kind of preferable to and I probably should have done this. Unlock them in the easier scenarios, and then you can use them in the harder scenarios. So it's still kind of weird that it carries over from place to place, but whatever. Alright, so what do you need? You need a bunch of stuff. You need a bunch of stuff. So luckily you can fast forward time, which is what I'm going to do. Because, like I said, it's a lot of waiting for resources to accumulate. And people are just mad at me. You do have to worry about their happiness. My happiness is really low because their desires are not being met because I just started the game and haven't been able to build anything. Now what you can do is you can build some decorations around. Like here's a flower bed. So it's a $100 flower bed, which should make them a little bit happier. There you go. Enjoy your flowers. Alright, sawmill's going. So that's good because I need those planks for everything else. This guy's still waiting. So he needs the planks. So the planks got to go from here to there, and then I can get the stuff that he needs to finish building his structure. And then we'll move onward from there. That just means I unlock something by building the sawmill. I got the little meat guy and the farm guy. So, but we'll worry about those in a minute. If you increase the happiness of your citizens, it will lead to higher tax income, which generally makes for a better village, as you would imagine. Finish that mill, come on. Yeah, go get that wood. Finally. Alright, I want you to get that. Because we need that for him. You need 10 of it. That's all he needs. And then the well is done, and then we'll have water, which would be nice. I think, yeah, water 0%. That's why my happiness is so low, because I didn't build a mill, because I don't have that. Alright, so what do I want to build next? I actually should probably build a marketplace. Although I'm honestly not really building much to do it. I do need to build a church as well. What's the requirements for that? 5. I don't even know if I have 5 tools. Probably not. Oh, I have 10 tools. Yeah, that's interesting. Because you just start out with that. But I will need to make more tools. Which is over here, which you need the smelter for, which you need the mine, which I already have. And a lot of the buildings are very expensive, too. Like, that thing's 600 gold. I have 282. There's no way I'm going to be able to afford that yet until I get my population up and my tax rates up. Really, right now, I just need to wait for this thing to finish. Ugh, come on, man. 4 stone away. Yeah, I know. He's getting on it. Should be done pretty soon. Oh, jeez, finally. Alright, so the well is up. Thank goodness. Alright, so now what? That's a good question. What do we need for textiles? We need a sheep pasture. Let's get that from wool. Let me do a hunter's cabin. Put them over here. And then I actually will probably do another house. Alright, so accelerate that, wait for that to finish. Yeah, so we got some more people to help. Let's put one more person on carry duty. You can level up buildings too if you have it researched. You gotta research it. And it's really expensive too. So the costs are very high, so if you forget to build something that you need, you're pretty much screwed. Here, let me actually... If I had money, I'd extend that road over. But I don't. Because this thing requires 150. A lot of the game is played on fast forward. That is for sure. I know I'm low on money. I'm well aware. Yeah, see his meat and stuff. So, that's your sheep pasture. It needs a farm. Should probably do a farm next. To be honest. Yeah, pig farm. Needs a farm. There's your butcher's workshop. Needs a pig farm. Yeah, it just gives you that. So, I guess we're building a farm. Let's put it way over here. And then we'll put a sheep pasture and an extra wheat thing there, I think. And then we can start making bread. And so on. I do need another house. There we go. Go. Build my stuff. If I had money, I'd build more roads. As soon as I collect taxes, it's already sucked up. What's my happiness? It's better, I guess. Food and water is met, desires are not met, that's why. Because I don't have a marketplace or a church, basically. Which I need to build both of those things. $750. Yeah, this is going to take freaking forever. Where's the church? This will be more... I am building a house, aren't I? So that'll give me enough people to construct that. So like I said, it's a lot of waiting for stuff because the resource requirements are just extremely high. So, you know, some early game balance issues, definitely. It's just waiting for no reason. Yeah, you get 8. Every time I click, I get 8. Well, it was 8. I think it's 11 now. Still not very much. It doesn't really prioritize what you need either. You know, it'll suck up some of the resources in this building instead of transferring them over. Guess that's why you should only build one thing at a time. But I'm impatient, to say the least. Something's got to finish. Just waiting, waiting, waiting. How much do you need left? Yeah, you still need like 20. You need a ton. Everybody's just waiting for money. Resources are fine, the money is not fine. That's all I'm waiting for. So I said I can sell some of my goods at the marketplace, and then I'll be okay, but again, in order to get the marketplace, you need 750, which is ridiculous. That's going to take an insane amount of time of clicking all these stupid houses. Like that's the balance thing that actually angers me the most, is how expensive the marketplace is. Actually, about to take this guy off. and focus on getting that up first. What is that? Oh yeah, the church thing. 650. Like, really? I'm getting 13 every, like, minute. That's how you want to play it? Okay. Oh, winner. Great. Alright, well, I want to do the marketplace, so I'm going to assign the person back. Let's get another carrier guy. That, I think, takes priority over the farm, especially because it's winter now. And then yeah, God, 650. Like, how long is that going to take? Like, honestly. Like, 750. It's ridiculous. You have to do like insanely high taxes. Yeah, I don't think I'll be getting 900. Sorry. Should just like have an insanely high tax rate. Yeah, I know they're unhappy. I need money. Once I get that marketplace up, I'll be okay. See, it's not even making that much of a difference. It's 15 now. It's not even worth it. Do-do-do. So I'm literally just waiting. This is like the death of city management games, is sitting here waiting for stuff to happen. You shouldn't have to wait for resources to accumulate. Should always be something interesting to do. And here there's nothing interesting to do. Because I'm literally just waiting for money. I got 500 more. Which honestly, like, how many? 15 a click. You know, it's ridiculous. So I don't think I'm just gonna waste your time waiting. I mean, basically, you unlock better structures. You can start doing jousting grounds and monasteries to produce beer and wine in order to fulfill needs, and then their needs will go up and their production ratings will go up, and you'll be able to tax them at a higher rate. You can produce different foods between pigs. You can manufacture bread by putting wheat next to farms and then making flour in the mill and then bread in the bakery. The same thing with pigs. And then you can produce metal, which will give you weapons and jewelry and armor and clothing, all that stuff. And then like the apothecary and the defensive structures for fighting off the bandits, putting out fires for buildings that get old over time, putting in a warehouse, and then all the decorations that will... Basically, it's converting gold into a higher appeal rating for it. And that's basically it. That's the game. It's actually an okay game, except for just the sheer amount of waiting. There's too much waiting for stuff because they made the gold requirement for key buildings, namely the marketplace, which allows you to convert all of these resources you have into cash. Like, I could sell this stone right here and make a ton of money off of it because I have 128. Same thing with the plank. So you could sell that. But I can't actually sell it because I have to finish the marketplace, which costs money that I don't have. So that's the problem, is because most of these buildings cost money to make, and you just don't have enough money for that to happen. That's really kind of what kills the game. It makes it so you're playing the entire game on accelerated time, and you're just sitting and waiting for stuff to happen, which is too bad because the scenarios are actually pretty good. Uh, Most of the time you start out with a marketplace already, so you don't have to worry about purchasing it, which is nice. And then the sandbox levels extend the value of the replayability of the game. The interface is actually decent for PC City Builder. They did allow you to use the mouse to place buildings manually instead of just scrolling the screen along like it would on a mobile device. The road building is really weird, how you have to place the endpoints instead of just clicking and dragging a path out. And I really don't like the lack of tooltips. I mean, if I mouse over something, it should say what it is without having me to click on it and read the header at the top. There are a decent number of buildings with some sophisticated enough production trees, between like making the weed and then in the flour and then in the bread, that sort of like multi-step things. There aren't a ton of buildings here, so you're on the building the same stuff over and over again. I mean, each of these is only, 10 buildings basically per category here, except when you get to the decorations, but those are kind of, fluty, so they don't really count. Basically the game is just producing resources, keeping your happiness up, which keeps your productivity up, which keeps your tax rate up, by providing food, water, and fulfilling their desires by giving them the marketplace, religion, jousting grounds, clothes, jewelry, stuff like that, decorations. And completing quests. So completing the quests, which again in the scenarios are more scripted and kind of, incremental, will give you the prestige you can use to insta-build buildings and not have to worry about all this nonsense with waiting for resources to accumulate. For example, I could use 21... so not fair. I could use 21 prestige to build a marketplace instead of 750 gold. Like, how is that even fair? Like, that's so much preferable to do that. And it's easier to do that when you're in a scenario instead of the sandbox mode where you're given all these quests that'll give you all that prestige. Here I can't. Sorry, I don't have 300 gold. I'm trying to build a marketplace for it. So definitely some balance issues with the cost of buildings in the sandbox levels versus the amount of income you get early on. But other than that, it's actually not a bad city builder. So that's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.